behind the scenes, right?
No, I just put us all up in the scenes.
Oh, hey, everybody. Now, there's Mike.
Mike.
Hello, Mike. Yeah, it says we've got some people in the stream. So nice. This is the Georgia Photographer live stream coming to you at 5:30 on Thursday, just like we promised. Sort of. We're kind of close to that. But we're trying to do this during the whole quarantine problem that's going on in the world and give everybody something to watch, kind of like a hour and a half, 2 hour long TV show that looks at me and Phil and Aaron. Of course, Aaron's hiding behind a please stand by sign, but hey, he does what he
It's
can.
because I'm choreographing stuff. I got
Don't-
stuff going on over here.
Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
This is not the Aaron you're looking for.
That's not an error.
Good evening, Joy. You don't have to route your photos through Phil because of last week's mishap. I did get it last week. I just dropped the ball and didn't download it and put it in the Dropbox folder. That was all on me. That wasn't Phil last week.
I didn't see any photos for Joy this week.
Are you kidding me?
I did not see anything in Dropbox.
Oh no, I don't buy
You guys
that.
are so
I'm
scared
going
'cause
right
she's such a
now.
good photographer. You just won't put her stuff up.
Let me see. Where's my Dropbox? Smartphone. I'm pretty sure one says
Hello,
Joy.
TV. Hello, Axe. Hello, Martian citizen from the Lone Star State.
Oh, it may be inadvertently named Phil Thatch because Phil forwarded it to me from Joy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the one from Phil that's of the bottle of Tabasco sauce. I'm pretty sure that's Joy's photo, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
inadvertently named it Phil because of that. That was on me.
So Phil's actually plagiarizing Joy's photography now. That's awesome.
Yeah, a little. He turned it in as his. We'll throw him straight under the bus.
I've been falsely accused.
Look, Joy's like, Phil? Hey, there's TV. Good to see you, TV. Thank you for stopping by again. I did get your photos. I'm pretty sure you sent more than one.
Did you send them in under my name?
Oh, Joy says she couldn't figure out how to send it from her phone. Wow, that's cool. I was just making sure you knew that I did get it in the email last week. It did make it, and I just dropped the ball downloading them. This week got kind of sporty. We had quite a few submissions this week. I don't remember exactly how many, but we're closing in on 20. That's impressive. Yeah. Drew Mitchell. Hey, how you doing? Now, I keep looking over this way because the chat window's right here so I can see what y'all are saying. That's interesting. Axe. Hey, Axe. Let's see. Martian citizens here. Nice. Let's see. We'll leave that alone for a minute.
Silver Fang.
Silver Fang's in? Yes. Silver Fang, yours did make it in. Because I don't know your real name. Your file is actually named that. Silver Fang 602 or 612. Yeah. So, but yeah, yours actually came through. Everybody's came through that I'm aware of. And I even got a couple of late submissions that I dropped into the box just like 2 hours ago. So I was looking for one from my nephew Jeremy because he texted me early in the week and asked me what the challenge was and said he was going to get out and get me a photo, but I didn't see his email. I don't know. I'm going to text him right quick and see what he says. Yeah, just to jump out there. Okay. It's a little bit of a conversation point here because this is affecting everybody on Earth. How is the current? That's not a lockdown anymore here. What do you call it? Phil. Recommendation. They're saying
Guidelines.
that's the right word. They're giving you guidelines about how to be safe in public. So they're opening up the restaurants. They're opening up all of the people service industry stuff. Looks kind of slowly but surely, and now they're allowing, like restaurants are at 50% capacity. If you watched my video last week, I think it was Saturday, where we went down to the Lowe's and picked up a dishwasher or whatever.
Don't film
It
at the
came out
Cracker Barrel.
Monday. Yeah, we went to Cracker Barrel. I got shut down for vlogging in Cracker Barrel. That blew my mind. But point being is, how is it in your area, in your part of the world? How are the things going where you live? Because I know, like New York City, I don't think they can still go outside, except for like essentials, like to go to the grocery store or to go to the doctor or whatever. But that's about it.
States
I think they
are
still have
having got to wear a mask if you go outside rules. I can't remember which ones have added mask requirements.
Wow.
So, hey, it's a pandemic. What are you going to do? If you're in Georgia, you're
Yeah.
going to die.
Well,
kidding.
in Indiana, I can tell you that they're doing like a soft rolling start, which if you're a photographer, it might be a good time for you because I had a shoot this afternoon after I had an appointment with my bank and helping a friend out get. She's got a spa, wellness center, kind of massage therapy place.
Yeah.
We're getting some updates done for that. Helping out my other buddy, Rod, at Hot Rod's Barbershop. Doing some technical stuff on there. Sunday, I got to go down and do a interior shoot of the barbershop for the website and for their online booking app. And then I got to get some headshots of the barbers. Yeah, in Indiana, it's like, barbers and like massage therapy, or a spa, it's appointment only. So I've been taking my technical stuff and applying it, towards my friend and going, okay, well, let's get you up because he was cash only business.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, so now he's got to, do online appointments only and, accept credit cards and, it's a big business model change. But if you're a photographer, web designer, whatever, people doing small business, depending on what your state's guidelines are, hey, it's a good time to go in there and jump in and help.
Yeah. Okay.
It was nice.
That's a good point.
Heather and I went to university last night and made photographs of it. Really beautiful architecture. And it was nice because nobody was there. There was some guys playing basketball and a couple other people running around, but not many. So we didn't have people in our shots. So that was nice. We don't have barbershops open here in Tennessee, do we?
No, I don't think that those have opened back up yet.
Hair salon is open.
But you can go to Georgia and get your hair cut.
Yeah. Well, they are in Trenton, one open, but they got a bunch of restrictions that they have to follow, and because of that, most of them can't be profitable. They've got it like 39 safety restrictions they have to follow, and it's so restrictive that if you don't have a big enough business, you can't do enough business to maintain the overhead.
Yeah,
so they just don't open.
Well, like when I was talking to Hot Rod, they've got the guidelines like they have to wear masks and gloves. I think the clients have to wear masks as well. Everybody has to be masked for the most part. And then once the client leaves the chair, they've got to clean everything down. They got to wipe it all down, clean it up, sterilize all the stuff real quick, and then clean down the doors, and then the next client can come in.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know personally how restrictive it is. We talked to one of the restaurant owners, and they still haven't opened their dining room because the rules were so strict. They didn't have enough floor space to be able to have enough tables in the dining room to justify opening it, so they're still carry out only. To where the Mexican joint on the square has enough dining room area that they can spread everybody out, and they just leave chairs on some of the tables. So some of the tables are where you can sit. We went and ate Mexican last Saturday, and it was awesome.
I went and had McDonald's. Like today was the first time I had McDonald's since December.
Wow.
And I thought it was kind of awesome to go, but they still messed up my order, but that's okay.
That's McDonald's.
And the ice cream machine was broke.
No, no, I was trying to get a half cut tea where it's they'll mix it half unsweet, half sweet, so it's like a normal sweet tea. Nope, I got unsweet tea.
No, that's that half and half northern crap. Okay.
No, McDonald's sweet tea up here is so sweet it'll give you diabetes just by looking at it.
Yeah,
He needs to have Mexican restaurant sweet tea in Georgia. Oh, look, Bass Angler showed up. I thought Bass Angler had a thing tonight. I didn't think he was going
on the grass, Bass.
I deleted all of his photos just out of the principle of it.
Oh, just shut him out. So Mike Mitchum said he's old. They still recommend he shelter in place in Georgia. Let's see. Joy says she's a loner, so her world hasn't changed since she's a hermit, basically.
I mean, I haven't changed really at all either.
Yeah, my world has only changed because I don't have access to some stuff I'm used to having access to, and the street photography has gotten so thin that it's just kind of pointless. I've shifted my focus on what I photograph mainly because the subject matter has died out. There's
I like your neighborhood architecture series. I think it's really cool.
Thank you. Let's see. Drew Mitchell says he's west of Atlanta and nothing's changed for him with COVID. He says he goes to work every day just like he did before, just a little more cautious around his family now. Oh, Bass Angler has a few minutes before the family shows. Okay. Nice. All right.
Well, I mean, when they do open up haircutting type places, I could use a haircut right now, but I don't think I'm going to get one. I really would just assume not have somebody who's handled 3 or 4 other dudes handle me right now. Let's
right.
I think I'm just going to let my hair get crazy while I've got an excuse for it. We've got a guy at work who is in his 70s, and he smokes. He's high risk, and he took a couple months off, but he came back at the 1st of May, and I'm thinking the guy should, retire. He's got.
There's a study going on right now in the Pasteur Institute in France that they've noticed that they were looking at data points coming in of people's health when they're getting infected and they were coming to the hospital. They noticed that there was active smokers or nicotine users. They were really low. Everybody thought smokers are gonna get this, and so they started doing a study, and they're thinking, by the looks of the study, nicotine actually blocks the virus.
No.
Who would ever thunk it?
You're going to survive is if you start smoking.
Well, I mean, once they had that initial report out, all of Europe was starting smoking, and they're like, no, we're gonna have to limit the sale of all tobacco-related products, because over in Europe it would have just turned into toilet paper like the rest of the world.
I'm texting with Jeremy.
Is that your nephew?
Yeah, he says he sent one, but I ain't seen it populate in the inbox, so I'm trying to get him to.
Must have been good. Must have been a good one if you deleted it.
Yeah. I culled him early on, apparently, because it ain't showing up. I keep refreshing the email to try and get it in here. Ah, there it is.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
I'm going to drop it in the Dropbox.
Copy that. 10-4, good buddy.
Roger.
Let's see here. We do this.
It's like apple pie.
We're moving one to Dropbox. Oh my God. He did this with a smartphone? Oh, he used Photoshop. Because it watermarked it with Photoshop Express. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Wait till you see this. All right, I got it downloaded.
What do they call this?
Show and Finder.
Said,
so I
do
can
you want
rename
this?
it.
It tastes like apple pie, and I said yes.
Go back down to the truck and see if they have any.
Jeremy C. Now, Dropbox. Let's see. Yeah, this is the right one. Missile away. Uploading Jeremy C. Ah. Okay. I have my list.
The list of
Pete,
what?
I'm going to jump to
Stuff
the
to
list
talk about.
of talking points.
Oh yeah. Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Last week we kicked around me, Aaron, and Phil doing a 105 millimeter challenge, and
It's all Aaron's idea.
it's all Aaron's idea.
I have them
But-
once in a time.
But we did it. I think we did. Did Aaron do his?
I did take a few pictures. Not anything that like I wanted to, but heck, I don't have, people to take pictures of or daughters or anything. So you guys are a little bit more lucky in that department.
Yeah,
You can say
both
that
of
again,
us
brother.
submitted pictures of our children, didn't we?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm like going,
it's
I
a-
wish
it-
I had a daughter right now. I would have took a picture of her.
It's a portrait. So,
It is. That is straight up a portrait lens. I mean, I tried doing
Yeah.
landscape and macro with it, and it's just, no, that's a portrait lens.
It takes
rules. Did
decent
y'all notice?
environmental photos. Dadgummit, this thing is just driving me nuts tonight.
You're drinking Bud Light?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not. I'm drinking water.
No, I'm referring to Phil.
Oh,
In a Guinness flask.
That's sacrilegious.
Well, I've been called worse.
So let's go ahead and see some of these 105 millimeter photos, and let's
Oh, we're
let
going to
the
start with the
let's-
105s. Cool.
You
Hey, mine are
can't
numbered.
ask me to do that while I'm sitting here trying to get other photos put together.
Maybe you should.
Oh, you have to download them from Dropbox, don't you?
Yeah, I gotta, and then I gotta get it loaded up into. Lightroom too. So give me a second.
All right. All right. So here we are, and here's the first photo. If you
Well,
could
what's next
see
on your
what
list
I
while he's
see on
working on
this
that?
screen about him furiously clicking on folders and moving stuff.
What's next on the list?
Next on the list, Q&A.
Oh yeah.
We had a suggestion that we do a Q&A session. So yeah, it makes good sense, and I like that. So let's have a Q&A session. If y'all have questions, put them in the comments, and we'll answer them. Let's do that. I'm interested to see what the questions are you guys have. No question is too complex or too simple for this crew.
What
We
is the
can
meaning
handle
of
it all.
42?
If it's too complex, we'll bluff and make it sound like we know anyway.
It's easy. Don't worry about it.
Oh, look, Mike says if you want to get angry over the COVID stuff, do a search on YouTube for an interview with Dr. Mikovitis.
It's probably pulled.
Is that the one where they're saying it's a genetically engineered virus and that the world elites are unleashing it for population control and all that?
I don't
jazz?
know. I kind of like just started tuning out the news. I'm just over it.
But
I
that
see
is,
it when you.
that narrative
Oh, go ahead,
is
Phil.
what you call fiction. That is not what it is. Even Dr. Fauci, Trump's own guy, has said that it was definitely transmitted from an animal to a human. It was not designed in a lab. So that's a bunch of hooey.
First question: why is Northrop such an idiot? That's the question that came up in the comments. And immediately, RD jumped on that. It's like, not the Northrop discussion again.
We just discussed Northrop last weekend, so
Well, there is a couple of things I wanted to say.
no,
about.
I'm just going to stop you right here. I'm with RD. We already had this last week. No more Northrop.
Well, I made a trip to Knoxville. I delivered a car up there and brought one back. I wanted to see the new dealership they built up there. So I did the dealer trade drive myself instead of sending my driver. And the whole way I listened to the Tony and Chelsea podcasts. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I think I listened to 3 of them and I enjoyed them all except for the one part where they said something about putting a full frame lens on a crop sensor camera. Otherwise, it was very enjoyable. There's that. What are you drinking, dog?
Yeah, so the whole point of the Q&A is like, if you got any questions, if you're a beginner, a novice, not that we're professionals at any level, but if there's something you want to know, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah. Well, we got some information going on here. Savante, I think I'm pronouncing your name right because I watched your video. You said your name in your video, so I tried. I noticed that you say the S and the E, so I'm pretty sure
that was really
right.
good. And
Didn't I
he's got
say
another one
Savante
out, I
last
think,
week?
I haven't watched it yet. Yeah.
But yeah, but I didn't. I left the E off last week, and so but I went
That's
back
a
and watched
Georgia
the
thing.
video again, and he's had another one come out since then, by the way. And
I haven't watched the
just as good
second
as
one. I
the
need
first
to.
one.
I'll do that probably tomorrow.
But he says he's still eyeing the AIP 500 millimeter f4. Now the AIs, he's talking about a manual focus lens.
Yeah,
It's got to
he
be the
messaged me
portrait
about that
lens of choice for 2020. He's talking about doing some amazing portraiture. If you do 500 millimeter portraiture, the compression would be astronomical. It would be an amazing.
You can
portrait
let me
lens.
tell you, with a 500 f4, you can destroy the background. You can. I mean, it looks like it looks like it was taken in front of a pool table or something instead of.
It don't matter what's back there.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Matter of fact, I have plans for a video that might involve something like that.
Yeah, I got plans for the 200 to 500 to go on street photography with the Z6.
Yeah, you could nail some stuff from pretty far away with that. Is that cheating? Is that cheating using a super telephoto for street photography?
It's always
no. It's always cheating when you use that lens. RD said he had a rough day at work. Please, he doesn't want to have to hear the Northrop.
If you didn't use 4x8 silver plate, you're cheating.
If you use 4x8 silver plate, yeah. So wet plate isn't cheating.
Nope, that is photography at its finest.
Okay.
See, Bassman.
RD asked. He wants to know where Joy finds all the birds she photographs. Yeah. Phil was talking about that a little bit. He says that she does her due diligence on that. Like she learns all sorts of stuff.
She works. That's not just dumb luck. She works. She works. She learns those birds' calls. She learns where they are. She learns how to bring them in. It's not just by happenstance that she gets all these amazing, unusual bird photos. It's work. There's the dog squeezing a doggy toy.
Okay, you birders, I have a quick question for you. I was walking down to the machine shop yesterday, and this brilliantly yellow little songbird lit in the tree right above the machine shop with a little black stripe on his head, maybe across his eye.
That's a goldfinch.
Is that what that is?
Oh, across his eye? Tell him, Joy. She'll know.
Is that the Alabama yellowhammer?
I think that's a sexually transmitted disease, isn't it?
That's the state bird of Alabama, is the yellowhammer. I was wondering if that was what that was.
We can do some photos too whenever you're ready. I'm staged up for that.
Oh, I think you got number 3 going first.
Number 3 going first? Dude, they're just in there, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Next time,
as I downloaded them, I just named them so that they would be like your photos.
I think it sorted them by what date they were taken, what time. So you probably took that one first. You took that one second. You took that one third.
Let's see the one. Put the first one up again. I want to see if it shows my secret. Aha! Somebody cheated.
Somebody cheated?
Somebody broke the rules.
Somebody broke the rules. Oh yeah, you did.
I'll tell you when we get to it, or you've already figured it out.
Yeah, no, I already saw it. I don't think anybody else will see it over there on the other monitor, but nobody can see what you and me are seeing right now, Phil.
Gotcha. I figured as much. So, what else are we talking about? Any more questions?
I was looking. David Akubian has a number of videos on bird photography, is what Mike Mitchum said.
David is cool. I know 2 YouTubers who have gone to Cloudland Canyon, and they are you and David Akubian. And then, hey,
really, that's it.
Yeah. He went to. I mean, there's probably more, but those are 2 photographers that I know of. And the funny thing about David, he's an actual professional photographer that does, that takes people on adventures with him and stuff like that. And like a week after he was at Cloudland Canyon, guess where he was?
Where?
Iceland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Iceland.
Yeah.
That's a
And-
long plane ride from Chattanooga.
Yeah, and guess what else? You have more subscribers than him.
And he went to Iceland.
Yeah, but anyway,
Goldfinch, what she said. Go ahead.
yeah, that's what I said. Goldfinch. Also,
Yeah.
until he said across the face, and then I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it had a stripe on its head, a black stripe, and the rest of it was just brilliant yellow. I had never seen such a yellow bird.
Probably
I'm
a
looking to
male
see.
goldfinch in full breeding plumage.
I'm searching for.
Axmar, you can see Joy's photos at Joy Mike Adams on Facebook, and she posts in.
I have this.
I was like, I can't even see it.
Well, I can't really see it.
Hold
Might be a
on,
blue jay.
I'll just hold it
No,
right
it's
there.
the app.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go. I just made it bigger. Put it back up there, David.
It's actually the brightness is so bright it's blowing out. I can't darken it to get it to you get some.
Just wave your
Camera.
hands like you don't care.
But it's Birds of North America by Peterson Field Guides, and I just haven't searched it yet. I forgot I had it till I mentioned that. I have that one, and I have Plant Snap, which is kind of handy. You can actually ID plants pretty good with it.
David, try the Merlin app. It's from the folks at Cornell University.
Okay.
Heather's already on here. She's pointing it out to me. I already said Merlin, you big dummy. Yes,
Yeah.
that is me, big dummy.
Joy says she has found Merlin not to be dependable. Is what Joy just said.
Go girl. Well, it's probably not worth a crap then if she says it's not.
Duve Digital Centrum says, did one of you guys already order the XT4? This is Will from the Netherlands. Hi, thank you for joining us from the Netherlands, dude. Awesome.
I will.
I looked at it. About it.
Didn't you? Yeah.
It looks completely awesome.
Yeah, that flippy screen. I don't know. I'm gonna have to bash on it for an hour or two because they added a flippy screen that everybody asked for.
David. David, fix your focus. Focus,
man. Oh, but
focus.
I like this focus. Here. How about if I do that? Would that be better?
That's nice.
That's very dramatic. I was like going, do I need to put my glasses back on or what? Nope, my glasses still on my face. Nope, Dave's just out of focus.
There. I have the little cinematography trick, the yellow piece of paper taped to the lens barrel with the mark on it with a Sharpie so I know where to go. I hope it's in focus now. It should be.
Close enough for government work.
All right. Let's see Phil's 105 pictures.
All right. Hold on a second.
Saving the best.
I haven't seen the XT4 in person at all, and I'm not.
You guys are going to see some back end stuff here. Okay, so he wants to go in order.
Okay. I really like this black and white. That's pretty awesome.
She was really fond of that picture too, and to me, and this of course the aperture on the screen is not going to be right every time. It's always going to say 2.5 because this lens doesn't transmit it to the camera. But anyway, Casey liked this one a bunch, and to me, this is what that lens is good at: head and shoulders style portraits with at 2.5 with a nice blown out background. And we were actually the number 2 picture is if it's probably 50 to 75 feet from my daughter's right shoulder where we're standing here.
So you want to see the number 2 picture now? Was that what you were getting at?
Yeah. So this is this one was at f11, and I was really I got a way better picture of this is Rock Creek Falls, and I've got a way better picture of this waterfall at 35 or 40 millimeters. But I wanted to make a picture of it with the 105, and it turned out okay. It's pretty cool. Rock Creek.
You're on number 3 now.
Okay, now this is where I cheated. I used a camera that cost half as much as the camera we're supposed to use. And to me, this is exactly the picture that you make with that lens. It's got the vintage looking muted colors. It's got fantastic bokeh in the background. And, my focus point is on Ian's eye. And, of course, this is handheld manual focus, and I'm not as good at it as David is. And because it's at 2.5, my daughter in the background is slightly out of focus, but I think the picture works. What do you guys think?
So yeah, dude. You know what makes it like a 150 millimeter lens on the Z50?
Yeah, like 157.5.
Yeah, I like that focal length for a portrait. That looks awesome. I love how the light playing through the trees has made all those balls. It's just and it almost looks like you got Christmas lights hanging behind them.
Bokeh
That's
balls.
awesome.
I had to, this one I had already made when the gauntlet was thrown down, but I wanted to share it because it's my favorite picture I've made with that lens.
I want to see something here real quick. We're gonna zoom in here. We're actually gonna look at this.
Oh,
Check out my bokeh balls. Now that of course, this has been
You can't
cropped
say
down
that on
to.
television.
This has been.
but we're not on television.
100% view of this isn't going to be that good because it's. I shrunk it down to.
Yeah, I know.
1440.
I just want it because when we get to one of my pictures, you'll look at it and we can see the aperture blades actually. So I was
get
kind
in
of
there. You can.
I wanted
Okay.
I wanted to kind of compare because my bokeh on mine's a lot different.
Yeah, mine's like cream, but it's because you'll see.
Yeah, it wasn't the creaminess of it. It's the actual balls, the
Your
bokeh
Yeah.
bokeh
balls, the
balls are like
bubbles.
cream.
I,
This is going off the rails.
oh Lord! All right, now moving
All
along,
right.
David. Which one do you want to see first?
Next.
There, we'll get a picture of
Yeah.
Sierra in there.
Mhm.
There should be rocks
I
to
was-
be climbed.
Yeah, behind her is literally a Starbucks. About 50 yards back, that's a Starbucks. That's how good this lens works.
Yeah, that looks
She-
like 500 f4 bokeh right there.
I know. It blew my mind. You can see it's 0.0 millimeters, f 0.0. I shot it at f2.5 on the Z6. And look at that.
It looks pretty dang sharp there, David.
Yeah, at f2.5, dude, it blew my mind how clean that. Look at the earring. It blows my mind how razor sharp that lens is.
Yeah, I can't
And
blow it
that's-
up over there on the other side. Maybe I should just kind of next time I'll just do Lightroom all in general. Second monitor.
This works good. I ain't complaining. It was crazy. Now,
Take
you'll
a-
notice. Can you see the file names?
Yeah. Which Daisy do you want now?
I want the edited one first, and then I want to show them the straight out of camera.
All right, there's your
Okay.
edit. There's your edited version.
Okay. Aaron can see that most of the background is black already. All I done was Teresa's back. Y'all can't see her, but she's here. You can say hi.
I gotta go eat. My sugar has dropped.
You know they're hearing all this.
I ran a mile and I didn't even know I could.
Woohoo! She ran a mile.
They're woohooing you.
5,280 feet.
Get it, girl.
Get it, girl, was what Darren just said.
Well, tell them what I'm going to go. I've got to eat.
Okay. She's going to go ahead and eat. I'll eat later. But what I wanted to do was remove the distractions. The scene was almost like this. Go ahead and show them the straight out of camera.
All right, moving to the next photograph.
You can see the background it's a little busier straight out of camera with
I like
where
it.
it's. Yeah, it looked good, but I was trying to just pull focus to that flower.
Sure, yeah.
So I just went
mean-
in and I just basically cloned out everything
Yeah,
except for the flower itself.
I like
but
it.
yeah.
I like it both ways.
Yeah, I like this. I did like this really good, but there's a little motion blur in the flower. So I did go I used GIMP to do my edit on this, and I did go in and add, they call it unsharpened mask. It's basically a little bit of sharpening. Just like if you was in Photoshop, you drag sharpening up to like 2, just a little bit to try and get rid of some of that motion blur from the wind blowing it around. As you can see, the shutter speed was what, 1/1600th? The wind was blowing pretty energetically.
Look at this, David. How close were you to minimum focus distance? With this shot?
Literally
at all?
walking back and forth to get the flower in focus.
Yeah,
I
but
was-
it's like 3 foot, isn't it, on that lens?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
Yeah, so
literally
you had it at minimum focus distance. You had it cranked all
Yeah,
the way, and you wiggled till you got the flower in focus, right?
right. And I took about 20 frames till I got one that looked like it wasn't moving much.
And was your aperture at 2.5, or were you stopped down
Yeah.
some? Wow.
No,
Okay.
dude, I don't buy a 2.5 lens to stop it down.
Well, I mean, sometimes for macro work, you'll have a little better results. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
it'd be interesting to put some extension tubes on that lens and see what it looks like with a little closer minimum focus
You know, I
distance.
was thinking the same thing. I'm like, damn, I wish I had some extension tubes for this thing.
I've got a 105 f4 micro nickel. It's an older one, but the lens recipe didn't change until I think the newest one.
What, the D or the DC?
Yeah, no. It's not a micro lens. The DC isn't.
I thought the DC was a macro lens.
It's a portrait lens. It's designed for portraiture. Um, let's see. I want to jump the rails. No, I've got a 105 f4. It's an early one. It's a pre AI. I'm thinking, but I've got the PF1 extension tube for it. It's like a 52.5 millimeter extension tube. It basically makes it equal to a 200 millimeter um, F11 or some crap. I don't remember, but F8 or F11. But it does almost as good as that expensive 200 millimeter micro Nikkor does with that Nikon extension tube on it. It shocked me how well it helped. Phil, rock back and forth until in focus.
Here, I actually got a story.
Thank you, Joy.
There's actually a story behind these next 3 images.
Okay, let's hear it.
So we in Indiana, here's a good thing. Like, if you like taking pictures of sunsets, always like right after it rains. So if it rained that day or in that afternoon, why is my picture not showing?
I see one. I see a yellow flower.
There you go. It just took a second to load up. So if there's rain, you're always going to get a really cool sunset. Something about the humidity in the air just kind of does beautiful things with the light, refraction. You always get really beautiful sunsets. And there's usually leftover clouds. So I left out. It rained that afternoon. I'm like, I'm going to go out. This is a sunset day. I looked out the window and, it's like 5 o'clock and like there's clouds everywhere and blue skies like filtering through. And I'm like, yes, today is going to be an epic sunset. So I will go capture this on the 105. So about 7 o'clock, I think 7:30, something like that. I ran out, and as soon as I was leaving, the clouds disintegrated into nothing. And Indiana will challenge you to the depths of of mental, breaking of trying to be a landscape photographer in Indiana. It's not known for its, beautiful landscape. It's known for its vast fields of soybean and corn and straight roads.
It's no Iceland, huh?
So I went to one of my spots that I usually do a lot of, photography at. It's just like a spot I know I can pull off the side of the road and people aren't going to bug me usually. So I said, let me go down there and I'll go shoot there. So I decided I would take a picture here. And I'm like, I think I shot this one at 2.5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I shot this at 2.5. So that was it. And I said, well, I got some light. I've got good light here, as the sun's dipping down. Let me play around with the bokeh and, try to get the bokeh ball. So I did, and there's the next photo. And
yeah.
you can
and you can see the aperture blades.
You can see, and then when you see these aperture blades right where they start hooking, they start calling this. It's still not showing up on that monitor yet. You can see it. You can see it Discord, but it still hasn't popped up yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's because I was holding the home button down. I got it. Okay. So you can see the aperture blades, and right there where it starts hooking, they call that like a Chinese star kind of bokeh. Because you can you can just see the little hooks right there on the points.
Yeah.
By the way, we're straight up gray screen on the live stream now.
Yeah, that was it. Trust me, you're lagging behind. It's
okay. It's back.
Yeah, gotcha. I got it fixed. Cool. I'm seeing what's going on the stream. I'm like, yeah, this isn't working yet. But yeah, anyways. Okay. So yeah, that's the bokeh balls for. Hold on, we can. I can do this.
But you closed
Yeah.
this one down how far?
I don't know. I don't know what I shut this at.
Probably 5.6. I would think.
No, I don't think. No, it wasn't
I think it
because
was more than
No,
that.
he ain't stopped down much.
I
He
did.
might be
I might have
F4.
been like somewhere threes of that,
Yeah.
2.8. But then I said, okay, I'm going to try to make an interesting sunset.
Well, that
Which-
lens only has, sorry to interrupt, it's got a 2.8, and I think the next stop is 5.6. The
Is
next
it?
click.
No, it's two.
No,
it's
I'm pretty
2.5,
sure it'll hit
2.8.
4.
One
And I
moment,
think
It'll
please.
hit. Yeah, it hits whole stops on. So it would drop from 2.5. It might jump to 4 and skip over f2.8. I know a bunch of my vintage lenses do that.
I don't have it handy, so I can't look at it.
But it'll hit f4.
So, in lieu of everything, I said I'm going to try to make an interesting photo out of a very uninteresting place with an uninteresting sky and a sunset, and this is the best I could do.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not really great. That's the best I could pull out. There's like,
That's pretty.
there's brown and
It's
green
awesome.
out there, and it's not a very cool looking field, and nothing's working. And I found out that I shot some other stuff that really like, I think I was shooting like f11 or something. I need to clean my sensor really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh God. But yeah, that's the sunset. Shooting straight into the sun with the 105. There's some flares that you can barely see right down there in the bottom. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Dude, I love how it stacks the layers in the field. That was pretty interesting to me. Look, RD gave you the answer.
What?
He says bokeh balls are called secular highlights.
No. It was the type of bokeh balls when you start
Oh.
seeing like the hooks on the aperture blades. Yeah, they're
Okay.
yeah. It's kind of some of them will look really a lot like a Chinese star. Depending on the lens and how worn out the blades are and stuff.
Interesting.
So the
I haven't ever
105
seen
will
that.
give you 2.5, and then it has a tiny increment to an unlabeled 2.8, and the next place on it is 4.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And then
4 sounds about right.
Yeah, 5, 6, 8, 11, 16, 22.
I wasn't too far off. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking that's 3.5 just by looking at it. So
Yeah.
3.5 and 4 is
good.
not much.
Sure.
Some of the Pentax lenses will have half stops. They'll do a whole stop on the first click, and then it's half stops through the middle, and then a whole stop from like 16 to 22. And some of the cheaper ones, like some of them cheap Sigma lenses, will do that. They'll do half stops in the middle.
That Isto-Gotten thing, do you remember that one I had you make the adapter for?
Yeah.
It has no hard stops. It's and I think one of my Russian lenses do that too. It's
aperture.
it's just a straight variable aperture all the way down. Oh,
Yeah,
I think
some of those were meant for the movie television industry, but some of them are they just didn't bother to put the D10 in it.
yeah,
It
made
saves
sense.
them, $1.
I think Phil was trying to show us something.
Oh, you got something?
I was just playing with the lens.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't have mine with me down here.
All right, what's next on the list, dude?
Next on the list is photo project images. Oh, and I did drop one more in. Did you get Jeremy's out?
Yeah, I got them loaded.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Yeah. So let's see the photo project. I threw one in this week.
You do one every week, don't you?
I don't think I did it the first week. I might have, but I know I've done one last week for sure, and I've done one this week. Van Veen JF says his Industar 51 from Russia has 20 aperture blades.
Holy crap!
Some of those Russian lenses are pretty bad stuff.
Mama Jammas?
Bad Mama Jambas.
Now, Dave,
dude, that little Argus lens has a 10-bladed aperture in it.
What country is that one from, Dave?
The Argus? It's an
Germany?
American company. It was made in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, the 50 mil f2.8 is made in Ann Arbor, Michigan, or was made in Ann Arbor. But the 35 and I think the 100, they had 3 lenses you could buy, and the other 2 were made in somewhere like Scheinnail, Germany, or something like that. It's a German city.
You know what?
So the other two lenses are German.
I'm just gonna do it like this. And how do I get rid of? Oh,
You've done broken it.
now it's is it shift in? No, control in? No, alt in? No. Oh yeah, maybe it was.
So far, we've
That
got the Netherlands in here. We've got Sweden in here because Savande's from Sweden. We've got a bunch of Americans.
We've
There.
gone global.
There now
Yeah.
we can see you know who's you know what type of camera it was done.
Oh, it says
Oh,
it
that's
up there.
hey wait, hold on. I'm gonna bounce back real quick.
Samsung.
Wait, watch this, guys. I totally forgot to bring this up on our 105 stuff. So you know how I've got the metadata parsing up here in the corner.
Yeah.
So take a look at this. Oh no, it didn't do it on that. Oh,
Huh.
why didn't it pull the data out? All right, never mind. I'll have to show you guys after this.
Galaxy S7. Nice.
That's bass angler.
Ah, yeah.
He was fishing during this shot, I bet.
RD said hit F.
RD
Oh, you
knows
must
how
be
to
talking
operate
about the
this thing.
Lightroom. Goes to full screen mode. But yeah, Bass Angler sent one image that was older, but he really liked it, and then two that he took recently. So I'm not sure which ones are which. I'll just be honest with you. I'd have to go dig through the email to know. Unfortunately,
I might be.
That's a pretty image right there.
Hold on. This
That's
one
a
was
good-looking
taken.
photo.
I can pull up the metadata on it. This was taken
Okay.
March 19th, 2019. So this is the
That's
old one.
last year. Okay. Yeah. See, he said he was out fishing and he just saw this beautiful sunset, so he just whooped out his smartphone and grabbed it while he could. And that's
what they
kind of
say,
what
the-
the thing is for, you know.
The best camera is the one you got with you.
Yes. I thought that's the perfect example. That's why I wanted to make sure it went into the stream because it's the perfect example of why you have it.
Hello, Scott Patterson.
What's the next one?
It's gonna be bass angler.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Oh.
look at that! Look at that
Oh, that's
fog
cool.
rolling across the lake.
That's cool looking.
No kidding. I love the reflection.
Look at that. I mean, nobody is making a wake on that lake.
Nope.
Wow.
That's
He's
almost
got to be
glass.
standing on the dock or something.
Yeah, he's on a boat. Here, look, dude. See this right here? It's like a tip of a kayak right down there.
Oh, really?
Oh,
You can see the bow of the boat. What you're saying?
Yeah. See right down here in the very.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the bow of the
He's
boat.
sitting in the seat. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if he's in a bass boat or a kayak or what, but yeah, he's out there in the water.
Nice. Good evening, Scott. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you joining our stream.
Here's another one from Bass Angler.
Is it me or is that one pixelated?
That one looks pixelated.
That's a little odd. There it went.
No, I just zoomed in on it. It looks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Zoom out. I don't know what's up with that. On the screen I'm seeing, it doesn't look like it did in. Jeremy's here. How you doing, Jeremy? Maybe what I'm just seeing. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's just what I'm seeing. Okay.
It looks kind of pixelated on my end. I mean.
What kind of phone's that one taken with? Because this is more recent.
Let's see. This was taken April 21st this year,
Yep.
and that's that same Galaxy S7.
Huh. Oh no, it cleaned up just now.
Well, it still looks pixelated here in Lightroom.
Interesting. Looks pretty good now. RD said it's a cell phone. What do you expect? Good point, RD. All right. What's next?
This is TV.
This
Now,
is a
hey,
text photo.
Is it okay if I use this as an example?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, TV. Do you mind if I work on this photo for 1 second, do a couple little edits to it? even here?
He was.
He was
I'm not
earlier.
sure if he still is. He hasn't posted a comment in a while. He checked in. I seen he check in. TV Smith, are you there?
I'm going to use this as a kind of as a educational image for a moment.
Sure. We're all trying to learn and improve our photography. And we all know how strong you are in landscape. I want to see what you can do to it.
Okay, so here's like one thing that I saw. It's really hard because I got pushed to talk on. Well, so down there on the bottom, it looks like.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so down here it looks like we got a dead fish or something. It's just something that pulls my eye out. The bottom left of the corner, we got some trash here, and then the image itself, just a little bit crooked. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, you're gonna level it, aren't you?
I'm gonna do a little bit of that. I'm gonna change the crop of it because I want to get rid of some of this stuff down here on the bottom. So here, we'll do this. There, no, that's not it. There. Sometimes, so depending on what type of distortion you're getting out of it, and you're dealing with like a water line, sometimes it's best to level across the water line, but you can still see we're still getting a little bit of distortion out of the lens because of this light pole over here. Then something like this right here, I don't know why this bugs me, but it does. So we'll just do a spot removal. Boom.
Yeah, but you don't always have access to all of those kinds of, functions.
Sure you do. I can do this in Lightroom Mobile.
Yeah, but I don't have Lightroom Mobile.
That's because you didn't install it.
I think it looked great the way TV sent it, and I appreciate him participating.
Yeah, no, I was just kind of throwing this on there, like going, like, these are little things that, we can do to landscape photography just to kind of, but TV does a really good job on everything else too. Here, we're back to normal. There you go, Dave.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I couldn't pass up the opportunity. When I saw the sign and we were walking around the block at the industrial park and the shadows were casting, I was like, guys, and because it was me, Sierra, Teresa, and Sierra's boyfriend August, and I was like, stand right over here, hold your arms out, and like
Spider-Man.
Get in a stride so it kind of mimics the sign.
Yeah, that was cool. That's a really cool photo. But are you sure Sierra's boyfriend's name's not isn't his name Spider-Man? I've seen him hanging upside down by a rock.
Yeah, you would think the way he can
probably John or something.
Do that.
No, his name is August, and he goes by Gus, but his real name's August.
Oh, let me go to the next picture. Phil Thatch? I don't know. This could be Phil or this could be Joy. We don't know yet.
Is there Tabasco sauce involved?
Negative.
And yeah. In that case,
then that's Phil's photo.
I'll give you guys 3 guesses how I lit this photo.
With a flashlight.
That's 1.
Headlights of a car.
That's 2. With a $5 Walmart LED light, like I light every single photo I make. I put the old iPhone on a tripod, because I have a tripod thingy, and I back the exposure up minus 2.8 stops, and with the light really, really close to the flower. That's a potted flower. I brought it in the house.
It creates a really cool abstract. It really does.
But there, I mean, that plant's sitting in a pot on the floor on a newspaper in the middle of the living room.
It looks like you took a picture of the lake. That's what I saw when I saw it.
We must be looking at different pictures.
The green one?
No, the one with the African daisies.
Oh, the red flower.
Oh yeah, you got no.
Yeah.
You're looking at the wrong window.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You guys are seeing the desktop thing I got going on over here.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the live stream right now.
Yeah, I see. It's the red flower. Okay. Yeah, dude, I really like that picture. You know how I am with black backgrounds and flowers, dude. This is epic. This is print worthy.
If only I printed.
I really think it's a really, really good artistic photo. Just like Scott said, it's a really good artistic shot, and it's print worthy in my book. I would print this like 5x7, and I'd put it in the kitchen or somewhere.
It's well, I cropped it to 16:9 because it works best for this, and it worked really as good as anything for the photo. But I don't know, 5x7 might work. But I'm still of the mind that I'd like to have a big screen TV and circulate my photos on there instead of hanging a paper one on the wall, because it can change. I can put a new picture up every day.
Yeah, but there's something tactile about, yeah, it's hard to explain. Like, picking the paper, picking, the everything that you're trying to do about it. There's that whole level of art to getting the image on the paper, and the type of paper you want to use, and it's something you can hold and look at.
Well, I like the hold and look at part, but I don't want to dive into that whole paper and blah blah blah. And
I don't.
I like it on a screen.
I just simply send them to Shutterfly and order gloss prints. They come in a week later.
I mean, I've had stuff printed and it's not on the wall. So
really,
it's
some of mine doesn't, like that Instagram photo I posted. Those photos that I did that little tabletop collage of them pictures that I went down to CVS and printed out, and 2 of the images the CVS printer jacked up. It's got some banding in the blacks, but the other ones all had sensor dust spots in them from where I was shooting macro, and I had the shutter stopped way down. So I come home, used those photos as reference to find all the dust spots, cleaned up all the images, and then sent them to Shutterfly to print again, because I can get them done a little cheaper that way. But
Loaded up. What is this? This is George's photo of some deliciousness on a plate.
Wow,
looks good,
dude. It's on the chopping block, quite literally. Am I seeing the right?
I think we're looking at different photos.
No, I keep looking at the wrong picture. Okay.
Yeah, no.
That looks pretty yummy. Past the
plate.
What
is that?
That looks like an assortment of delicacies.
An assortment.
Of the dessert variety.
He says it's his taffy and toffee photo.
Taffy and toffee. It works.
It's nicely lit. It's the light is nice and soft and delicate. I like it.
Ray told you, Phil. He says you just need a television, a Chromecast, and an album in Google Photos to make that TV photo frame happen.
I like it. Hey, Ray, I didn't know you were here. It's good to see you, brother. Or see your name.
American breakfast, taffy and toffee.
The next one is by Silverfang. 612.
Look at that.
Welcome to COVID life.
I really enjoy the
cool.
photos of people illuminated by technology screens. I don't know what it is about that, but I've always been drawn to using a computer or a smartphone screen as the light source. And then for me, what I do is I'll drop down, I'll run exposure comp and pull it down a couple of stops and darken the image some to where just their face will be illuminated or something to that effect. This one is so well lit behind them, you really can't do it that way without it being a lot of work in post.
That looks like it's down in the south. That looks like a bunch of azaleas in the background.
But yeah, this has got that effect going on where their face is illuminated by the computer screen. That's really cool.
Cool. Is this done with a smartphone or a Nikon D7200?
Nikon D.
It quit the whole attempting to load thing.
Yeah, I got your stream is good quality here. We're streaming in 1080p, 30 frames a second. Everything looks good going from here to the Google.
It says excellent connection here. Stream status excellent. That's weird.
I was actually watching the stream somewhere. Yes or no?
I was just looking at it live. Yeah, I was trying to see it to see if it was working, and it's not. It's not updating. Only 4 people left in the chat room.
Yeah, it was.
We can
down to
reset
2.
it.
Now it's back up to 3. Hey, that looks like something.
Did it come up?
Hey,
look, it's back.
Oh, okay. We did absolutely nothing, so maybe Google hiccuped.
Silverfang. There you go. We're back. I don't know.
Okay, so the last photo that was actually on the screen was the D7200 shot of the youngster in the gas mask with the laptop.
Yeah, here I'll switch it back.
That was
here.
Silverfang's photo.
Yeah. So we'll go back to Joy's. Is Joy still there?
Yeah. She says welcome back. There's the Tabasco sauce.
And the Go Big. That's the Go Big Orange breakfast right there.
Uh-huh. It takes it quite a few seconds to actually populate on the stream. That's kind of interesting.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm waiting for it to populate on the stream on my side.
It's a
there
good
it went. I'm not sure how far back. Well, the audio should be online, so.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
No.
But it's working.
Hiccuped really bad.
Yeah, I think that's all it was. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. Is I like that the Tabasco sauce balances with the red place setting, and then the coffee cup is in symmetry alignment with the actual breakfast. So the breakfast is front and center, straight up in the image, and you have a balance of the reds. And then you have your yellow, which complements the red. I mean,
it's orange.
It's almost like Joy knows how to do still life photography.
Yeah, it's nice. And she does still life photography on the regular with a cell phone. So there you have
it. This is her jam, huh? Literally,
well,
it can be done.
Bird photography.
Yeah, when she's not capturing amazing birds.
Okay, so is the fire? Is this Ray's picture? Is that what I was hearing?
Yeah, this is Ray's. Yeah, you can see it right down there in the bottom. Ray Solano.
Ray Soldano, rock star.
I really like that.
Ray is Chatta famous.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's famous in Chattanooga. I like that table. I have a table similar to that. But I don't
use like 6 cinder blocks.
Yeah, but the table that I have that's similar to that, and I used to do fires on it, is on a wooden deck on the back porch, and I decided that's maybe not the best idea to have a huge fire going on a wooden deck on the back porch.
It's okay as long as that thing is elevated. You got a foot or so between the bottom of it and the deck board. You shouldn't have any issues with heating. Those things.
I believe I see Casey Tuggle on the right there, and what's Kayla's little brother's name? Jacob White there, directly across. And
all these people.
I know. I'm part of Ray's crew. Just the kind of extended part of Ray's crew. I mean, I don't live there, but Yeah, that's a cool that table. Mine is solid. That one looks graded on going around, and the bowl under it looks graded. Mine is the bowl is
Mm,
solid. But
interesting.
anyway, it looks really cool. And does it show the settings? 1/5 of a second with his Google Pixel 4 extra large.
Yep.
Very cool.
Wow.
F
So there's our
1.7.
Yeah, it's like
woo.
he's using vintage glass on his Google Pixel.
It's a cool photo. I love the sparks running up in the air.
Yeah, nicely done. I wonder how many shots he made before nailing that one. He's probably sitting there
Yeah,
having him a beverage, playing with his
smoking a
phone while the fire's
cigar.
going, and must have caught it right as it sparked. Fires will burn kind of normally, and every once in a while there will be a pop. Looks like he caught it
Mm-hmm.
right at a pop.
Cool. What's this one?
Here's Jacob's photo.
Oh, this is Jacob Jerk. He may not be in here. I think he had to go to work. He texted me earlier. Dude, I like this. He said there's a story. Shall I read the story about the statue?
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, if you got a story for it, go for it.
Yeah. He's always got this backstory and it makes it interesting. Yeah, here we go. My picture is I shot this statue of the 17th century Dutch governor Cohen, not a nice guy, but really successful, on the morning of May the 4th, the day we in Holland remember the fallen and murdered in World War II. A famous quote of Cohen begins with "Despair not," the text on the shield. It was quoted by our queen in the war to give people hope. This is what some this is what thought it was somewhat fitting in the current times as well. He says he edited it just a little bit in Snapseed. That's his favorite mobile editing app to reduce the exposure a little of the left side of the statue to balance the picture. He but he said he really thinks it showcases how good phone cameras work.
Yeah,
It's a really cool photo.
it's a cool. I like the black and white. I think. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't. I guess those bricks are brick colored, and I think if it was in color, it would take away from it. I like it like it is.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. It gives it more. It gives it more power.
Very cool.
All Zaldivera, right? Oh,
Raul Soldavera.
Zaldivera? Yeah, okay, that works better.
Saldivar.
I just couldn't get that out of my mouth there.
Saldivar, I think. Raul is his name.
What
He's
is
down
that?
in Lower Florida. He takes some really interesting photos. I love his
What?
still lifes like this. Like
I
this is
like
one
it.
of those.
I just want to know what the subject is.
Yeah, it's a
It looks like a wicker ball for a cat.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's a cat toy. I'm pretty sure.
I like the light. Oh, I can see it better now. I like the light on it, and I like the shadow behind it. It's really cool.
Hmm.
Really cool.
Have you been doing anything with those? Do y'all any of y'all watch the Art of Photography with Ted Forbes?
I don't, but I watched the video that Thomas Heaton did,
That
where he's been watching
yeah.
him.
Okay, Thomas talks about the same artist that he was talking about in those video challenges. I don't remember which artist it is, but they're like looking at the still lifes this guy done and how what he was telling is his visual storytelling with those still lifes and how complicated they were to reproduce. And um, this reminds me of that. That's
I like it
interesting.
quite a bit. This photograph reminds me of something that Aaron would do. It's kind of his color palette.
Well,
It
Uh-huh.
reminds
that's
me of
just when
the
it's in that office right now.
yeah.
But
Well,
thanks.
I mean, but it's still, it reminds me of your guitar head picture.
Yeah, it does have that same sort of colors and palette.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very very good.
interesting.
Here, we're now on Heather's
Yay, Heather!
picture. Look at Heather's got a cool little logo now.
Heather.
Yeah,
She's had that.
she like
That's her
jumped all
watermark.
in.
Heather has had that watermark. How long have you had your watermark, honey? About a year. She sells art that she draws in a program called Procreate on her iPad, and she
Sierra
sells it
has
on
that.
Redbubble, and that's her watermark. But she made this. Good gracious, she struggled with this picture. She edited on this thing forever to try to get everything just right. Sometimes it comes easy, sometimes it's hard, and this one was hard. But it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. That's we planted 46 of these zinnias, however you pronounce that, in the front of our house, and about 6 more on the back porch. And this is one on the back porch.
Nice. I never could get zinnias to grow.
Well, we're hopeful that ours will continue. So far, they're doing pretty good.
Nice. We went yesterday down to there's a small patch of those primroses growing wild in a parking lot in Trenton, and it's about a 10 by 10 patch just in the middle of this gravel parking lot on the
Yeah.
backside of a commercial building. And so we went and did some photography in it yesterday on our way. We went through Trenton, and me and Sierra stopped by there and did a few portraits because
Who
you just
did the
grab them while
Coca-Cola
you
cut?
can.
Take
Check
you
it
a
out.
shovel down there and grab you a 4 inches square of it. They're perennials and they'll come back next year.
Oh yeah, they're growing in my mint bed now, but they're not as plentiful as they was in that one patch.
Gotcha. Who did the Coca-Cola photo?
Mike Mitchum.
Mike,
cool.
thank
Very
you.
cool. Is that Coke bottle upside down?
Yes, it actually is.
I guess maybe it's pouring. Maybe that's what's going on. That's really cool. It's and it looks like that we've got we're doing specific black and white and color areas on this shot. Unless I'm crazy.
No, you're not crazy. It looks like he dropped it all down and just kind of pulled the red.
Yeah, he muted it some, which is cool. I kind of like muted colors.
Yeah, I do that often. There's like something I want.
What's next?
Another one by
I'm
Mike
really
Mitchum.
impressed.
Good job, Mike.
Look at that. This is kind of what the smartphone is for, to grab those candid moments with your family. I like it. Kid's like, get off of me. I want to eat my snack. I like it. That's good.
Yeah, Ron Durant gave us a collage.
Yes. Yeah, he said he took several photos and he couldn't figure out which one he wanted to use, so he just sent them all.
That's how you do it.
That's one way of
and
doing
all
it.
of them look really good.
I'm gonna wait till they come across to my.
Mike says he thinks the sign was repurposed and used twice, and that's why the logo was upside down, like they had painted over it and repainted it. Interesting. Yeah, I like these kind of collages.
I think
I just have never been really successful at building them. How about you?
no. I think my favorite photos of the set though are the top left one and the bottom right one. I like that sunset shot. Got a little. Looks like it was shot from the driver's seat, maybe while driving. And I really like the tree in the sea or the tree in the lake there at the bottom.
Yeah.
And looks like one of them may have been shot while at the helm. Is there a helm of a tractor or some sort of piece of heavy equipment? Probably John Deere, according to the top right photo. And I wonder where that shot at the bottom left is. I can't recognize that location. Almost looks like Lookout Mountain, but it's not. Ron posted a waterfall picture today on Facebook that was fantastic.
I think I saw that. Maybe I saw it on Instagram.
Looked like it might have been
he says he's
like
got a behind the scene photo. Did he send a second one?
Everything that I pulled down, everything in there is what I pulled down from.
Right. I
Dropbox.
Everything.
I got to do an import. We got a couple photos there that are missed.
Oh, that is the behind the scenes photo. No, this is the BTS, is what he said. He said, I waited on the day before to accept the challenge to take the photo. This is a collage of a day in my life. I go to work in the morning and the sun is rising. I see some amazing sunrises, and all I can do is see it and enjoy. No time for photographing on the interstate. So he did take it from his car. My
Oh,
work
yeah.
days are spent on the mountain in Oliver Springs, and the majority of those days include hours of some kind of machinery maintaining off-road vehicle trails at Windrock Park. I know where Windrock's at. I've never been there, but I know where it's at. I am the trail supervisor there. Nice.
So,
Then
so
some evenings,
I had to get Jeremy's photo in there.
yeah, it says, then some evenings I'll go out after supper and grab a sunset. If the sky looks interesting enough, I capture all the photos in one day. That collage was built in one day. Interesting.
Very cool.
Thank you for reminding me that you sent the BTS data. I appreciate
Where is
that.
Windrock? You guys know where Windrock is? I bet Ron Durant does.
So here's your nephew's photo, Jeremy.
Yeah, I like that. I like the black and white. I like the moody sky, the urban decay. I just like this.
Look at that old building. You know, if there were no humans on the earth for 50 or 60 years, all buildings would look like that. Look at the trees growing out. That's cool.
Probably a lot quicker than 50 or 60 years. Try more like 10.
Yeah, well, you know, I was giving the plant life the benefit of the doubt. I didn't want to put too much pressure on it.
Yeah. Jeremy had this photo done earlier in the week. He says it's the best place in the world, but he had forgot to send it, I guess.
It happens. I had a late email come in too from Aaron.
Mhm.
There's a little building that looks a lot like that on Hunter Road near me. It doesn't have trees growing out the windows, but all the glass in the windows is busted out. Really, really small, like a one-room brick building. That may or may not be brick. I can't tell. What are we on now?
That's Aaron's photo. She sent a picture of a fish on a lake. Kind of, I don't know, reflections are cool.
Yeah, it's abstract. You can see the sky, you can see the fish, you can see the bottom.
Yeah. It's like it messes with your brain to look at it.
It almost looks like
cool.
a watercolor.
You can't quit looking at it.
You guys think it looks like a watercolor? Maybe
almost, yes. This is epic.
It's like a drawn
This is print worthy. It really is.
It's like a drawn fish with a watercolor laid on top of it. It's cool.
It's one of those ones that just make you kick back and think a little bit.
Makes you say, dude. Whoa.
Like, wow, man, like totally.
It's awesome. I like
Look
it.
at all the blues and greens and yellows.
Yeah, she almost didn't want to submit it. I got her to do it. I'm like, send it in.
Wow.
Windrock is located about 30 to 45 minutes east of Knoxville. Well, it sounds like someplace I can get to.
Yeah, I used to be at a trail club, and they'd take Jeeps up there and trail ride. I just never got to go on one of the rides. But Windrock, it's a lot of ATV trails, and it was originally, the way I understand it, built for ATV trails, and then they started allowing Jeeps on some of the trails, so we didn't have access to all the park supposedly. But the guys would go up there and trail ride, and they loved it. They said the place was great.
Got anything else on the list?
Let's see, photo Q&A. Did we answer all the questions in the Q&A? I tried to maintain a pretty diligent scan on the chat to make sure I didn't miss anything. But next week's challenge. Do you guys have something for the challenge?
I'm out of ideas.
Down the gauntlet?
I've got a slight idea, but I'd rather hear you guys first.
Mine is going to be shoot something with the longest lens you have.
Ooh.
That was what I was going to throw out there, whether it be 200 millimeter, 300, 500, whatever you have, whatever your longest telephoto lens is, you have. Take something that you would be willing to look at. Take a picture with it. Get it out of the box and hook it up to your camera and go photograph something with it.
Do I have to put a 2x teleconverter on a 500 millimeter lens and put it on a crop sensor camera?
If
That'd
you
be
want.
1500 millimeters. That's as long as I can go.
Yeah. I'm just going to mount like the 2 to 500 on the Z6 and go take pictures with it.
Dude, you should adapt it and put it on the XT3.
Because I don't have to manual focus it. And I don't have aperture control.
You're David Sailors. Plus, you want to shoot that thing wide open anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But I do have an adapter. I can mount it on the XT3. It's just like I said, I won't have aperture control. Is it focused by wire, or is that, or does it drive the focus mech with that brain?
When you turn it, it focuses. It's
Okay.
mechanical.
All right, so I could XT3 it, but nah.
You can do it.
If I do that, I'm gonna get that 500mm mirror lens out and use it instead. I may use it anyway because it has that cool donut bokeh.
Yeah, I was about to say they got donut bokeh.
Yeah.
Go take a picture of a donut, Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, or Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, some of that's got donut bokeh. You know, your donut shop would get some donut bokeh in there.
Joy, if you're still on there, have the great blue heron fledged from the nest at Volkswagen Wetlands that you can get to on the trail. If not, then maybe I'll do a 1500mm shot of that nest.
Oh.
I took a picture of one of the youngsters earlier this week, and the baby had its wings up, and you would look at it and think that thing's about to fledge. It's about to fledge, but it has no tail feathers at all. It just has cute little fluffies where tail feathers ought to be. So if it flew, it falls straight in the water. So maybe they haven't fledged yet, and I'll be able to get a picture of that. That'd be.
Or he said, "Oh no, that is too easy." Oh, yeah. You have to shoot the bird. It has to be flying directly towards you. It has to be looking away, and its wings have to be folded in when the shutter closes. Is that complicated enough?
I'm out. I'll see you guys the week after next.
All right, man. Have a good night. That almost sounds like. Did you guys ever sign up on that crap wildlife photography group I told you about?
Yeah. Oh, dude, some of those pictures are hilarious.
Yeah. Did you get on it, Phil?
The little bird pictures are the best.
Maybe I missed it.
I think so. I don't know. It's on Facebook. What is it? It's crap wildlife photography?
Yeah. They're hilarious.
It's amazing. So just like you know, I know I get a lot of crap wildlife photography. Like there's like so many misses to one thing, but I mean it's just like any of your bad wildlife photography, go post it on that group and just have fun with it.
Yeah, these guys, they love to cut up over the dumb poses that the animals will make that they catch and all sorts of stuff, like camels without heads because they turn their head, right as the shutter closes, and it looks like the camel don't have a head or something.
Yeah, here I'll just promote it in chat. If you haven't been there, that's the link to Crap Wildlife Photography Group on Facebook. It's worth checking out.
It's a good laugh. Yeah. It's a good laugh.
And if you have, some crap wildlife photography you think you need to go in there, by all means throw it in there because I'm still digging through all my archives right now.
I don't take enough wildlife photos to have any. I have cat photos. But yeah, let's do something with a long telephoto lens, whatever your longest lens is. Not everybody has a 500 or a 600mm lens. So if you've got a 180mm, use it. 200mm, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I live like 2 miles away from an observatory, so maybe I'll go use it.
There you go. And you're using a 2000mm, 20,000mm reflector, parabolic mirror lens. But yeah, and send them to the same address. We'll go over them just like we did this time. And I appreciate you guys watching. It's been a load of fun. We're closing in on 7 o'clock. So until next time. Oh, look, what's Phil saying? Keep calm and stand behind Phil. That's so you won't get in his shot. But until next time, get your camera out and go take a picture with it. All right. We'll see y'all later.
Yeah, good night.
Bye, everybody.